What's up? Should be able to hear and see the screen. Mr. Blue here. TradePhantoms.com. Coming live at you for about an hour. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. It's Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. Holiday season. Whoop-dee-doo and whippy-dee-da. And yeah, let's get to it. I think the screen's going to be pretty much okay here. I'm only going to make it worse, so I think that's doable there. All right, let's dive in. I'm going to start with, what's going on, Rick? I'm going to start with, why is my TradeStation account acting weird? That's not what I'm trying to start with this morning. All right, I'll figure that out. That's annoying, but we already got to dive in here. Okay, Mr. Blue here for about a 1 hour session here with y'all. Some of my phantoms in here already. Welcome. For you new folks, what am I on YouTube right now? Yeah, so see, give you a little taste of kind of what it's like for in the live trade room. News, of course, December 17th today, Tuesday. Looking at just some things for the week. Noteworthy things here. In terms of news, right? So getting this started here. So today, Tuesday, really not much, but tomorrow, pretty big deal. We have FOMC statement, right? We have the Fed announcement. That's basically going to, amongst other things, but I'm talking mainly about the U.S. We have also the yen, Japan as well. Okay, pound Thursday. So we get some, central bank week, if you will, if you want to say that, right? And so we want to make sure that we're aware of that, of course. CMEgroup.com, CME FedWatch tool here. As you can see, awesome website here. We're 1 day, 5 hours away. So we have today, and then we have tomorrow. Tomorrow's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when that comes out, of course. And this website, I like it. Here's why: because it lets us know, of course, the meeting information, etc. But if I go to, obviously right now, the rate is 4.75, right? So are they going to cut 0.25 or not? That's essentially the question. That's the question, right? Going into that tomorrow, day before, right, the eve of Fed, 97% chance that they are indeed going to cut. Okay, that's what the Fed funds futures rate is letting us know. Good morning, Aaron. No thoughts, no feelings. Talking heads on TV, radio stations, etc., podcasts, etc. They're gonna talk and things like that. We're not really sure. Exactly sure what they're gonna do. But this Fed fund futures rate is letting us know that there's a 97% chance of that they will be indeed cutting. So we'll see if that is going to happen, right? So that will be on your radar for, of course, tomorrow, for the most part. But today is today, right? So I'm going to get to the charts, and let me start off here with futures. So I'm going to go to Thinkorswim, and I'll start off the. Let me bring this up real quick. I always do this. Wouldn't be a day without this. So monthly, weekly, daily, high time frame. Right, for new folks on the tube here, YouTube, just checking it out. Supply demand is the main backdrop here. Institutional demand, institutional supply, right? IOF, and this is a kind of a document that I put together and I just bring up every morning, right? Every morning, even in the live trade room. So top-down approach, monthly, weekly, daily, orange, yellow, blue color code for the time frames that I'm going to be, or the colors for anything associated with those time frames, right? So y'all can read that. Hopefully, all right. Scroll down. Candlesticks, location being most important. Forget the names of them. Location being most important. Where that is. This is bullish candlesticks. Okay, bearish candlesticks, etc. Come on, TradeStation, load up. Short bearish candlesticks, location being most important there, and then what we call the liquidity map here at Phantom. So this is super key there. So I just bring that up every morning. Starting off with the S&P futures, NASDAQ, I got the S&P upper left, as always. I got the NASDAQ upper right. I got Dow lower left. I got Russell 2000 bottom right. Make sure you rolled over your contracts into the S&P future, I should say index futures. We have the next month, okay, coming up. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, the front month now is ESH 2025. So you realize I'm going to talk a little bit about this with the team tomorrow morning in the live trade room. I'm going to have a little bit more time to do so regarding rollover in contract expirations with futures. Okay, so I'll put a pin in that for right now. When I have a little bit more time tomorrow morning with the group. I'm not trying to hide that. It's just require more time, and I only have about an hour less right now to discuss that. So that's I would rather go over live analysis and see if we can take a live trades and get prepped in the morning. Get prepped this morning for the open. But for my phantoms in the live trade room tomorrow, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as well, the rollover. So that's why you see a gap here. Okay, markets. NASDAQ are ripping yesterday. Hopefully y'all had a good day in NASDAQ yesterday. All-time highs. Tesla ripping. Okay, so I'll get to those charts in a moment here. All right, so it's going to be hard to see here, but we have I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. Bull market, right? New highs. Okay, across the board amongst a lot of things. So just people continue to try to short this market, right? Getting faded out. I don't even want to go on that talk track right now. Okay, but as you can see, NASDAQ futures here. Again, like I mentioned, nice little gap there, gap up from the rollover. More on that in a bit. But even if I go to the Qs, QQQs, which is the ETF of said NASDAQ, did the same thing yesterday, right? We capped up, moved up, all right, capped up and just ripped up to the upside. So yeah, Merry Christmas, all right, bull market. All right, we'll drop down to the small time frames and set up some Globex traps. Okay, really not much to say here other than this market just continues to go higher, and just be careful. Okay, I'm shaving off some things in my long-term portfolio from just taking some profit, booking some gains for the year, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm continuing to just trade with the overall trend, which is more mainly bullish to the upside. Okay, I'm going to save some time on Dow Jones and small caps. I got Dow Jones over here, lower left. I got Russell 2000. They are not participating. Okay, into all-time highs. Okay, they're not participating in all-time highs. I mean, are they going to join the club? I'm not sure. Okay, but right now, I'm going with strength. At NASDAQ and S&P, they are participating in all-time highs amongst other things. So I'm just going to roll with the tide. Roll tide, baby. All right, switching over to the darker background, which is, I think, better for y'all to see. As always, I have the monthly here on the left. I have weekly here in the middle. I have daily here on the right. Again, monthly, weekly, daily, super key. I have the 60-minute time frame here, upper left, 30-minute time frame, lower left, 5-minute in the middle here, followed by the smallest time frame that I utilize here. 2, open up the 60-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame S&P futures. Okay. And one of the first things you want to do, as always, is let me just clean this up a little bit. Let me just clean this up. This is trades that we took in live trade room. There we go. We had all-time highs here. S&Ps did make all-time highs. I mean, just because of the rollover. Again, I'll talk a little bit about that. Tomorrow, backwardation, contango. Okay. Again, I don't even want to talk about that right now, but we don't have enough time to even do that, as mentioned, right? So I will discuss that more tomorrow when we have more time. So for today, I'm going to map out our Globex high, which is here, which is the overnight high. Thinkorswim gray space lets us know what is that said overnight session within that gray space. There's the high. Here's the low of said Globex low here. All right, so as you can see, yesterday, the darker background here, this was yesterday's move, a 1 hour time frame of S&P. We kind of swiped up, or, we grinded up. In the morning, we swiped down just a little bit. Hopefully nobody got spooked out of that in the morning, okay? And then we just gradually, just grinded higher all day. At the end of the day, we kind of, I don't want to say sell off, but, we just kind of pulled back and kind of closed, somewhat decently to the upside here, post this gap, okay? On SPYs, did not make a new all-time high, so you'll see that in a moment when I go over to the SPY chart. This morning, as far as the Globex trap long, really the only thing that we have to reference in regarding futures is, these prior levels here, which was once the all-time high here, okay, and then we broke out. Okay, again, mainly with the rollover. I know it's kind of annoying right now, because I have to keep on saying that with the rollover. The point that I'm trying to make this morning is, to keep it short and sweet, is this is a massive gap here, and I'm not sure if this is going to be filled, all in one session. I mean, we'll see. Okay, but the point that to lean against levels regarding a Globex bullish trap, we would want to see institutional level of demand below the Globex low. And as I look at the blue line here, Globex low, we have nothing here. Good morning, blessing. We have nothing here below that other than just gap. Okay, so I'll go to the SPYs, or you can go to the SPYs SPX, which I will right here. I guess I'll just do it right now, and we can use levels on the SPY to help with that big gap on the S&P futures, right? So I just went to the SPY on a 1 hour time frame, and what's the pre-market quote right now in SPYs? It's pretty much slightly down. Right here, call it 604.58, right? So I'm on a daily time frame of SPY. But if I go to, say, for example, the 1 hour time frame, okay, we can still utilize and reference some SPY levels here, right? So we have a slight gap down. We have an unfilled gap, okay, from yesterday. We'll see if that fills potentially today. Okay, we're almost gapping down to there anyways, right? That's a 604.25 right now. Pre-market quote 604.62s. All right, so the point that I'm trying to make is that we have some demand down in here, right? Some levels, last week's low, etc. Now this level's been tested a couple times. We can remain in this range. Okay, 60-minute time frame of the SPY here, right? So there's an unfilled gap right in there. Looks like it's going to potentially fill this, today. All right, yesterday's high, yesterday's low. SPY's a little bit rangy here, right? So I'm going to be utilizing the SPY, as I said, right, to help with the S&P futures, that gap, that big gap, right? So I have a couple levels in here, right? Globex trap long that we referenced in prior sessions, okay? And if I just drill down here, we got some another unfilled gap. So we have an unfilled gap here. We have another unfilled gap here. Okay, that comes in at about SPYs, call it 599. Okay, 599. So that's going to be pretty interesting there. So if this SPY gets down into 599, okay, then I would want to see what the S&P futures price is regarding. It's probably going to be in the middle of that gap somewhere. Okay, so again, utilize SPY to help with the gap regarding futures. Now, if I go back to futures. What we could use is what was once all-time high. If we did pull back into it, what was once supply, okay, resistance, if you will, could be helping over here with some demand slash support, okay? So, I have these lines. I'll just make these lines, this was once the all-time high here. So I'll just make these lines green, switch them up, and these could be utilized for a Globex trap long. So I'll just round this up, 6110, all right? Trap long. And like I said, there's really not demand. It's all gap here, right? So I know it's kind of like weird and annoying, but it is what it is. 6105. I'll just make that. I'm gonna copy and paste this because I'm not going to type this. Save some time here. Again, let me make a note here. Check SPYs. All right. Just make a note there. 6100, even number there, right? So make that green. Good enough. Okay. Okay. So I think my TradeStation is trying to work with me here. I gotta update this. All right. So 6110, 6100. Be careful of liquidity sweep below 6100. Again, check SPYs, right? Check SPYs, check SPYs, check SPYs. All right. Below 6100 could be a liquidity sweep. All right, another level we're down in here, I guess, what was once some supply got snapped, right? Got snapped. All right, so we can also reference this 61.85. Of course, I have levels down here 60, 50, 60, 40, etc. Right, this is the retest level here too, 60.85. All right, there's some retest level. We'll just make a note of that, right? Okay. Checks bars. Globex trap short. Is there supply pair? I mean, yeah, above daily. I'm sorry, above Globex high. I mean, yes. All right. Again, shorting this market is still, not that it's tough. People continue to still, hey, is it time to short? Is it time to short? Tesla up another 5%. Can't go any higher. Tesla up another 5%. But it can't go any higher now, right? Tesla up another 5%. All right, so just be careful. It can continue to go higher. Bull market, okay? Santa Claus coming in town. All right, Santa Claus rally. I think this is like the literally the 2 weeks where Nasdaq is the strongest seasonality wise. Okay, so is there a level of supply above this 61.60? Yes, for a Globex trap short, you could potentially try to lean against short on that. I would not be surprised if, in the event that we do rally back up, that this gets swiped out and continues to go higher, right? So just be careful with that. Nasdaq, I could say the same thing. Okay, I could say almost the same exact thing that I just said in the S&P, but let's do the process here. Globex high being here, 1 hour time frame of Nasdaq futures here, Globex low being here. And because Nasdaq's just beautiful rip to the upside yesterday, creating all-time highs even in QQQs, which is the Nasdaq ETF, as you can see, all these lines are pointing up. VWAPs giving you an angle trend up. Follow it. Don't fight it. You can check. We have unfilled gap here. I just switched over to QQQs really briefly. I know it's kind of annoying. Unfilled gap, but we're going to be utilizing, again, checking Qs here to help us with a potential gap fill on those NASDAQ futures. All right, I'm just making a note here. Unfilled gap. Hopefully y'all can see that. Make that a little bit more bigger there. Not too crazy though. All right, unfilled gap there. What is that, 530.50? 530.50 cents. All right, nice little move yesterday. Hopefully y'all did very well. All right, weekly, this is yesterday's VWAP on 1 hour time frame of QQQs. Yeah, yesterday's VWAP, but I made that yellow. Yellow mean weekly because yesterday was Monday, and that's going to be the first day of the week, right? So that's my weekly VWAP, right? So you see some color codes come into effect. Diamonds gapping down. The daily demand is looking, diamonds, yeah. Let's see, diamonds, Dow Jones. Yeah, there's a little something here. Yeah, there's unfilled gap here, DIA, diamonds. Could come a little lower. It's relatively more weaker. There's something here though. Indeed. Some levels there. Indeed. Globex, Joe Frank, indeed, my friend. Let me see. So we have this range here, right? If do I have demand below Globex low? And yeah, we do. I mean, I want to see some formation here. So if I went to say, for example, the 30-minute time frame, do I have an impulse, basing impulse down in here? The answer would be yes, right? So there's some levels down in here in Nasdaq. I can just kind of combine these three here and put one line here, keep it short and sweet, and 22,200 essentially. All right, there's a couple levels in here, right? Again, check Qs as well. Make a note. All right, cool. A little IBI here. Now these levels were developed overnight here, and then we, ding, 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 market open, boom, nice rally up. So that's going to be yesterday's level there. You don't understand what you're looking at? This is NASDAQ futures. Here's current price. I'm looking at Globex high, Globex low, demand below Globex low here. So if you don't know what you're looking at, you can learn a little bit more about that right here, TradePhantoms.com. All right, but I'm Mr. Blue at TradePhantoms.com, lead trader, manage the one of the live trade rooms, and you're looking at NASDAQ futures. All right, on a 1 hour time frame, and we are mapping out demand levels below Globex low to reference for trading activity. All right. All right. Now I realize you might be looking like here, like here's current price here. You're like, well, why is that demand? I got you. I get you. You'll go through a whole process and understand that. If you ever seen Mr. Black on any live TikTok or YouTube, etc., he does a very good job at analyzing demand and supply, and he also goes through a whole process, what's called essentials, to really uncover how to look for those levels. Okay, what makes a good level? What makes not a good level in terms of institutional demand, institutional supply? All right, I'm just coming at you kind of fast right now, because we got this is real stuff. I take live trades, so I want to make sure that we are getting prepped for some trading setups. Okay, so Globex trap, there's something called the Globex trap, right? Again, we learn more about that when there's due time and we see fit regarding those classes in there. Okay, and then we also take it in the live trade room. We have these levels right in here. So, there's another demand zone right in here. So 22,155. All right, couple levels in here. And then we have a nice even number down in here as well, 21,100. Okay. And, just be careful with the liquidity sweep right below here, right? There's the gap. Okay, there's that massive gap. Again, we'll talk more about that tomorrow morning. So NASDAQ does have some levels right below the Globex low. Again, Globex shorting, I'd be careful with that. All right, RIP to the shorts again yesterday, who were just trying to short this market. Just got faded out again yesterday. So, we're a couple points away from the all-time high inside NASDAQ. So be careful with that, right? I'm not going to put a price on it. We're going to move on. Gold, futures, monthly, weekly, daily. It's a little hard to see right now. It's kind of annoying. I get it. Still macro picture uptrend. Last week, a little bit of a doji bar up here. Okay, we are breaking down a little bit on gold. If I map out my Globex high, Globex low on this. All right, now this is kind of this has a lot of stuff on it, right? So we talked about this. If you go rewind some of the past recordings, I'm not going to go way back and talk about all this over here. You can go back and watch some of the past recordings, even on YouTube. But we had this 2750 up here that does supply that needed to get absorbed, and that took us right back down mid-range, which I wasn't surprised one bit because I had even mentioned that gold ripped to the upside, for September, October, right? Kind of calmed down a little bit in November, pulled back. Okay, we're back inside of this mother bar on the weekly, right? Even though we kind of swiped out a little bit up here into that daily supply here. It's kind of hard to see. That person, Chris, definitely don't know what he's looking at right now because this chart has so much stuff on it. But just remember, folks, that 2540. Might want to write that down. Okay, 2540. Remember that is that weekly level down in there that really stopped the pullback that we had down. Okay, in mid-November, right? So I would not be surprised if we start to come into this lower range at 2540 and 2750. Okay, I'll just call it 2550 to 2750. Okay, nice little 200-point range here that gold could potentially kind of settle in for a little bit. Okay, right now seasonality-wise, bullish gold typically at the end of the year as well. Typically like December, January, etc. This goes into January typically seasonality-wise, but just because seasonality-wise is supposed to go up doesn't mean it's going to go up as well, right? That's just another thing that we look at for increasing our probability and edge. Okay, so gold coming down, just put that into perspective, right? On a 60-minute time frame, we have a couple levels in here. If I just map out our Globex high, which is right here, a lot of lines here, kind of Kind of too much. All right, but I like to keep the lines there so y'all see how the levels work out or not work out. All right, we have this couple levels here. 2660s, took a bounce out of there. Great. A couple levels did not work out here as well, so we're coming down deeper. So just be careful. There was a lot of space, a lot of time, I should say. A lot of time spent here, and then we had to move up, made a higher high, and then we're coming down. And a lot of these levels here are not really super prime or fresh, right? So that being said, you might want to come down more lower, and again potentially come down to 2550s as mentioned, right? 2550, 2540s. That's where we have those massive weekly levels down in here, right? So yeah, I have these levels mapped out here: 2600, 2585, 2570. Then we get down to the 2540 handle right here on gold futures, right? A lot of time spent here. I would not be surprised. I have this red line right here. If they just come down, swipe some liquidity, okay, which I definitely don't have enough time to speak about right now, okay? Liquidity swiping down into this area here. This would be a good, write this down, 2540s, 2550s, 2540s, 2550s is going to be a good location to not engage just in some day trade bullish long, okay, but also potentially some swing trading and some longer term positions as well in said gold down in here. Okay, there's an ETF on this as well. If you go to GLD, that is the gold ETF, which is one of my favorites to trade. Okay, and as you can see, we have some levels, some weekly levels down in here. If I just go to the weekly time frame, this is a little bit more cleaner, right? Which not so much lines on it. All right, so I've been selling puts. Gold is one of my things that I sell puts on religiously, along with now BITO and MSTR and Tesla, and what else do I just religiously sell puts on? MSTR. What else? I don't know. It's off my. I didn't even want to bring that up, but anyways, I'm selling puts down in here, right? Always. This is the weekly level of demand. Not sure if we're gonna get down there. Okay. This is the level right here. That gold futures price point would be 2550s. Okay, I'm on a weekly time frame of GLD. All right, so on down days, and this is a nice little down day that gold is having, I'd like to sell some puts, right? Sell some puts, cash secured, and I'm selling puts at about 230s, 230s, 235. Where I'm willing to own nice in this, nicely into this weekly level in the event that we do snap last month's low, which is right there. Nice little weekly level on the GLD gold ETF. Okay, moving on. VIX. Yeah, so King Santo is in the house. Morning, Jackie. I love Jackie's picture. Her head just pops up. Morning, Jackie. Her head just pops up smiling. Morning. VIX. Jackie's phone, her head just pops up on my phone. Morning. I can get used to that every morning. Jackie. VIX. VIX up, market down. VIX down, market up. Map it out on the higher time frames, but we also map it out on the small time frames. We got, I just kind of put these three ellipses here, kind of like one above the Globex high, or yeah, the overnight high, kind of just one in the middle where it is, wherever it is right now, and one below the Globex low. Because why? Well, if the VIX starts to come down and continues to go down, let's just say, that's typically going to be more bullish for the market. So VIX down, market up, VIX up, market down, inverse correlation. Have you ever used RRGs on an intraday time frame? Jason Rodriguez, my man, asking really good questions. He's growing to be a good trader. The answer would be yes, you could. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you can. Yes, sir. If you notice as well, in addition to that, usually I'm not looking at it like intraday because I have the sectors right here, right? So I got XLK, XLF, But if you're looking at other things as well, you can put that on. And I want to see which one is strong, which one is weak for the day. Like even for right now, that was actually one of the next things I was going to mention, Jason Rodriguez. So you segued me into, sectors being next, right? So I got the pre-market quotes on right now on these sectors, right? I'm just using sectors as an example, right? Because I use a lot of RRGs, relative rotation graphs, okay, and what's called sector rotation. Again, that's a topic that we would need more time. Go to TradePhantoms.com to learn a little more about that. But the answer would be yes. So, like for example, right now, technology sector has been back on fire, right? Q's all-time highs. We got Apple, Google, Tesla, right? Yada yada. So we have, I look at what it is, obviously pre-market and see what it's going to develop over the day, right? So I have that here, and you could just map out the RRGs on it as well, right? But if you're looking for like a 2-day, like this is just giving me pre-market quote for today, and then we'll see how it develops for today. But if I want to go and look back for like 2-3 days from now and how tech has been going, strong or weak relative to the market or other things that you're comparing it to, then you can use RRGs for that, 2-3 days back. Okay, but yeah, you can go through your whole process. You can look at it monthly, weekly, daily. It's unique and diverse in nature. How do you spot positive, negative COGs? Just look at a candle. Just look at a candle. Green bar, red bar, takeout. Again, we'll learn a little more about that. It's just literally red bar, green bar, takeout. But it's more about location of where that positive, negative COG is. Okay, location is being most important. Okay. Okay, I think I left off at VIX. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Tech is pulling back a little bit. Okay, let me go to SPYs. Just do some gaps here. All right, stop moving the chart. Stop it right now. Stop moving that. Stop that right now. Do not try to go. Let's see. All right, already covered this a little bit here. SPYs, folks, past couple of days, late last week into this week, SPYs are moving or not moving? Nice little impulse move up, making a higher high in the market, but SPYs have been what? Rangy. COG, changing of the guard. Changing of the guard is the definition. Come on, girl. COG, come on, girl. Blessing. All right, rangy, right? So we got last week's low, last week's high. I got yesterday's high. I got yesterday's low. I got monthly VWAP. I got weekly VWAP, and we're all just they're all just kind of in the middle, diddling in the middle. So, just be careful with SPYs, right? Right now, we're gapping down, yes, but we're gapping down inside of this kind of range here. So I got, SPYs are just rangy right now, if I were to ask y'all, what is the higher probability of this break? If we were to break out of this range, I'm on a 6-minute time frame of said SPY here. Okay. If I were to ask y'all what is the probability of breaking higher or lower, what would you say? I would much rather y'all say up, because we're in a macro bullish uptrend, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. I'll say right now, I mean, even if we break last week's low, which is represented by this yellow line right here, called 60209, and we snap below here, do we have some demand below here? The answer would be yes, right? So even hypothetically, if we did snap down, if SPYs did eventually break below here, okay, which is not the freshest level in the world, by the way, okay, this is what we were referencing on Friday, right? I was late to a short on Friday, then I was looking to, we were getting long. That gap filled. Hopefully y'all Phantoms did well on Friday. It just kissed that gap that we had kind of pinned out, right? So we were taking profits from shorts. Okay, I actually just deleted the notes yesterday. It's on recording and all that, but taking profit from shorts, and we started to get some long bullish exposure down in here. So hopefully y'all did okay with that. Yesterday we had a gap up, move up, but we could not break supply. So now we'll have a gap down. We'll probably fill this gap here today, but if we go lower, we have this demand zone, which is, again, it's been tested a couple times here, right? So just be careful, looking for a potential liquidity sweep below last week's low into these demand zones here. Unfilled gap. We already referenced this morning. Just rounding up, 599. Okay, so I already have some notes. ES Globex trap long. Okay, so this would be a bullish trade. here, right? So this would be a way to engage. I'll make that bigger so y'all can see. This could be, I'm on a 60-minute time frame of a SPY, folks. Okay. So this is where you can get some bullish exposure, not just for the day, but even for Santa Claus next week, if that's what you celebrate. Or if you're Scrooge, that's okay too. If you don't have the same vibe as Jackie, all smiles, that's okay. Everybody's different. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Scrooge, Santa, reindeer. Okay, down here, okay? Not only, hopefully y'all can see that, right? Not only for the day trade, not for a day trade, but also for a, come on, trading view. Not just for a day trade and swing, okay? Swing means you can hold it for a couple days, couple weeks, right? Day trade, day/swing. If I could spell. All right. I'm welcoming this to come down if it does. I dare SPYs to. Be careful what you say though in the market. All right. So 599 here, okay? So you got 599, 600, 599. I would not be surprised if we snap 600. You know, oh, you know, shorting this market. Here it comes. The crash is coming. S&P just dropped below 600. Here we go. It's coming. It's coming. Selling short, right into a level of demand in a macro bull market, and then gets wiped out. And man, Santa Claus. Now my kids don't have no presents this year, right? Okay, there you go. Stop shorting this market in a bull market. All right. So, anyways, okay, we got 5 minutes to open. That's enough there. Qs, same thing for the most part. We have an unfilled gap right here. A couple levels in Qs. All right. Not enough time again to go through Phantoms process there. If you want to learn a little bit more about that. All right, we've got some unfilled gap stuff that we already referenced in Q's 530 handle. Okay, let me go through this quicker. Apple. Bullish. I actually took a loss on Apple, which I should not have. Too short of expiration dates. But anyways, we have 5 minutes to open, so it's going to move on. But you know, Apple all-time high yesterday, right? So, you know, we'll see. The Psych gap down, all right? You know, just trade, you know, the tape, as we always say, Phantoms, right? Amazon, all-time high yesterday, right? Positive COG close. This green bar took out these prior red bars. Was kind of inside bar. Yesterday, breakout day. Had a nice little outside gap yesterday. Yesterday was amazing, by the way. Hopefully, y'all Phantoms did well. Google. Hopefully y'all caught Google. We had what's called a pro gap up yesterday. We had a red bar close here. It's like, you know, pro gap up yesterday. For today, you know, psych gap up. So you can see a lot of things made all-time highs yesterday, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, all-time highs. Tesla, holy smokes. This is turning out to be literally the best trade of the year personally for myself. It's not about me, but, you know, RIP to the shorts of Tesla. Okay, I actually got assigned shares that I really didn't even want, but I'm loving them right now. Santa Claus has already came to town for me, personally. 380, 385. These are up. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago that Tesla would be trading 474, which it is pre-market quoted right now, I'd say you're crazy. Okay, but guess what? Tesla said I am crazy. All right, and I'm loving it. Crazy is good. So, holy smokes. All right, I can't swear. And I'm holding myself back. I'm trying. I love swearing bad words. I love bad words. So holy sheep. Okay, this thing is flying to the upside. Okay, so another gap up here. So we have a breakout gap. Okay, now we are getting a little gappy here, so we want to be careful. You know, for the record, I'm going to be taking some profit off of Tesla as we just continue to just spike up. Okay, to straight vertical now. Okay, so we want to be a little careful there. But the all-time high in Tesla was 414. Okay, we're trading 474. Took it out. Okay, not only just took it out, but just on fire. So I've been getting our team at Phantoms. I've had so much long bullish trades in Tesla. I don't even remember what I gave everybody these at this point, right? Just like get long Tesla, I'm like bored saying it, right? So hopefully y'all doing well on it. Okay, take some profit if you are long it. Okay, I'm gonna shave off some shares. Okay, you know, I got some calls on still remaining. All right, things like that. I even got assigned shares even last Friday at 2:30 at 432s. So those ones I got to be careful with. Luckily, it's in an account that I don't have my other long-term shares in, so I can kind of sell them separately, batteries sold separately. But the point is, yes, you know, I'd be careful with it. This morning we have a move up, gap up, so you know, we could potentially you know, calm down a little bit. But this thing's just, that thing's off the radar. AVGO caught this on earnings. Good job. Shout out to the team, Modi and folks. But anyways, yeah, AVGO. Again, be careful with this. You know, I saw a couple notes. You know, some people like try to short AVGO. It's like, why? You know, yesterday again, you think it's too high? Goes from 230, okay, up to 240, 20-point move. AVGO back on the map. It was quiet for a little time, rangy. All right, and this thing's printing. So, you know, it's you know, people trading is ironic and funny sometimes. Where you know, people will look at this and say, hey, well, you know, it's up, you can't go up anymore, right? So let me short it and short the move down because you missed the move up. But be careful with that, okay? Be careful with that. A lot of people are losing a lot of money right now trying to short these stocks because, you know, they just have this thought process in their mind that, you know, oh, it can't go any higher, it must come lower. Let me try to short it, okay? And then they, oh, dang it, it goes higher again, okay? So just be careful with that, okay? One day the massive shorts are going to come, not today, okay? Potentially, okay? Could be today, I don't know, all right? But when that day comes, we'll know, okay? We got VIX down, all right? Bull market, all right? MSTR, this is a beast. Again, this is one of the ones that I'm religiously selling puts on, as mentioned. So any down day that I get, I'm just selling some puts. Meta, you know, all-time high a couple days ago. Again, taking some profits on the long-term portfolio noted here. All right, as far as a gap, you know, we have a slight gap up. You know, yesterday, everything was making all-time highs. Well, most things were making all-time highs, not everything. You know, Meta did not. So we'll see. Slight gap up. Meta would not be surprised if it does make all-time high, just to join the party again when Santa Claus comes to town. Microsoft. ES, we already covered ES. We already covered it. I did a Globex trap on it. All right, so you can maybe, you know, I only have, what, 15 minutes left in this recording here. So you could run the recording on that. But I kind of set up what's called Globex traps on ES. All right, so you can check those recordings. We have 30 seconds for the open. I got 6110, 6100 potentially here as a level that I'm leaning against. Right now we are having negative CRG potentially happening below VWAP. So yeah, but yeah, I did cover that. All right, and if I see something here too, we'll take the trade. In addition to that, in the live trade room, which I spend hours and hours and hours and hours in, I only have 1 hour with you folks in here for the tube, but we go all day and night long in the live trade room. Bell's open. For the record, I am long the video. We do have another gap fill down in here that I have alerted to, okay, that I'm looking for it to potentially get down here, 127.70s. Okay, that might actually potentially be hitting today, all right, which is going to be awesome sauce. All right, internals. Quick peek, be patient off the open, folks. Internals, negative 1400. Kind of down there, extreme. Plus or minus 1800 is a bit extreme. Vol D, very early but down on the New York Stock Exchange. Volume up, volume down. Too early for cumulative tick. Let me load what's called GEX just really quick. Usually I have it loaded already. Gotta protect my password from online. S&P swipe down. Out of the gate, Meta. Putting in the bullish stance. Let's see, Amazon trying, let's see, Amazon, one of the weaker ones. Tesla, big gap up there. I gotta take some profit on this Tesla. AVGO gap down. Google just putting in a solid candle bar right there. Google again. Yesterday I traded Google. It's asking for it again today. I have to go with it. Google long call. Google long call here, December 3rd expiration. I'll pick up the 202s here. 202 strike call, December 20th expiration. I'm in. Pull the trigger on that now. Let's see. Got filled at $1.94 on the 202 strike call for said Google day trade for today. Don't like that wick coming in right there, but let's see. Sometimes you can wait for the first 5 minutes to develop what's called opening days range. First 15 minutes of the day. All right, I pulled the trigger on this long call as a day trade. Let's see, Meta as well. So we have an outside gap on SPYs, indeed, but we haven't broken range. All right, we did fill this gap now, this gap down here. So we gap down. It would be better even if we were like lower down in here, but it is what it is. While I'm here, let me just pull a daily view up. All right, I don't like that and lack of fall through on Google. This is why sometimes you can wait for the first 5 minute bar to print. I would want this to be a 5 minute bar. Green bar close, pretty significant. NVIDIA down. For the record, I'm long NVIDIA. These are floating down right now. I'm working on a swing trade in NVIDIA. All right, I got the 138, the 140, the 141. If we get down to that weekly, if we get down to that level, that gap fill on NVIDIA, I'm looking to add. I got an alert on this. It's coming like probably right now soon. Bullish liquidity, unfilled gap. All right, 127.72. I got an alert there. Looking to, I'm probably gonna roll down these. I'm gonna add to this swing trade bullish, but I'm gonna be doing the January 3rd. But I'm gonna roll down my delta, probably pick up the 139 strike for January 3rd if we get down into that gap fill area here. So I'm gonna be focusing on January 3rd. This would not be a day trade. This would be a swing trade. Okay. Off the cuff, I have to price this out, but I'm most likely, spitballing here, brainstorming right now. I'm most likely probably going to be picking up the 138 strike, okay, for a 25-30 delta if we get to 27.72. You could probably even execute that right now if you even wanted to, but I can be patient with it because I'm already long these calls here. All right, position wise. All right. JP Morgan trying to break down a little bit here. It's been tough to get some bearish exposure on because everything's up. Let's see, Netflix. Trying to do something here. Google, I do not like this wick. Usually want to see a solid bar close there, but we'll give it a little time there. Still fishing out its opening day's range. Netflix definitely want to keep an eye on. Tesla's moving, damn, so fast. It's moving by 10 points. Man, y'all better love me. I'm online right now doing this, and I'm giving back some points here on this. Y'all better love me because I'm just giving back some points on Tesla. IONQ. Is that it? What is that? IONQ? This thing's ripping. I think a couple Phantoms members are catching this. Does this have options on it? Nice little positive COG. This is, I see why the Phantoms team is on this thing. Yeah, good job, y'all. Nice. Monthly weekly daily up. IONG. Has no options, so you have to buy shares on it, right? No, NQ. What am I doing? There we go. It does have options. I digress. Indeed, it does. How are they liquid? Let's see. Are they liquid? Pretty decent. Kind of pretty decent. A little widespread here. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. You can see they're just starting to issue options out higher price because the stock is moving now. So yeah, this is looking good. You can potentially also wait for a bit of more of a pullback down on this. I think some froze here. Come on. All right, NVIDIA did get down in the level that I was looking at, right? So there's my alert, right? Ding, ding, yay. So I'm actually looking, come on, Thinkorswim, get back. So I'm gonna pick up I'm going to pick up as planned here, Jan 3rd. I'm going to pick up the 138 strike call here. Okay. All right. The 138 strike call. Look, I'll even do it in this little baby account here that I trade just like publicly. Right click, create duplicate order. All right, hit the market. I'm going to do it in my real account, my bigger account over here to the left of me, right? So I'm picking up the 138 strike call, 138 strike call, January 3rd expiration. Super important there at the bottom. Okay. Adding to NVIDIA. Okay. This is a swing trade. This is a swing trade. Did I say it's a swing trade? Yes, it's a swing trade. All right. So let me do that over here. What, January 3rd. The 138. And, okay, that bottom one there. I'm even putting it in my IRA as well. IRA is an acronym for Individual Retirement Account. All right, so I've just picked up the 138 strike call, January 3rd expiration, about a 30 delta. All right. For the record, I'm in these 138 strikes for December 20th, December 27th. I'm kind of layering, okay, layering. These December 20th are probably going to be wrong, but I bought them for like 80 cents. You know, they're down 40, right? So, you know, even with this move down on NVIDIA, those are down a little bit, but nothing too crazy, right? But if you notice, I'm going out into January expiration, which is the one I added to, right? So swing trade long, that's annoying. My voice added to Jan 3rd. expiration. QCOM creeping, let's check it out. Amazon, one of the weaker ones this morning, just pulling back nicely. QCOM. Boom, boom. Creeping. Man, QCOM, I like QCOM, but man, it's just been so, it's just been, just monthly inside bar. It's still inside bar from like August, weekly. Decent little creeper here. It's hard to trust with this move here because it just cannot get out of its kind of own way here. For the day, it's looking decent. We need some fall through here, but it is looking fairly decent. It's just hard to trust these bars here because of the condition that it's in right now. You know, there might be some fall through on that today, but you know, it's decent. There might be better ones out there on the map right now. Let's see, JP Morgan ripping down. Yeah, I was looking at this for some bearish exposure. So it kind of gave us a negative COG here. But I'm not going to be here to manage that. We also want to be a little careful with their Apple Gonzo. Anybody in Apple? Google trying there. Netflix, boom. So Apple just relentless. You know, it's hard for me to short SPYs when you got Apple, everything up. So Microsoft even trying to creep here too. Bullish. So Microsoft. Apple. Google-meister. Even today for Microsoft here. If I were to pick up a 455 strike call, going for about what, 260? Look, Microsoft here, right there, long call, Microsoft here for today. Not bad. Oh, you chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Whoa, wrong account, get out of the IRA, get out of the IRA. That's for long-term stuff only, Mr. Blue. Wrong account. 269, nice, 69, nice. Calm down, you're online. This is recorded. Relax before you get banned on all social media platforms and life in general. Long call Microsoft. All right, Google, new high. So let's take some profit. Hey, Felicia. Hi, Felicia. But I soon have to say, bye, Felicia. Because it's my time, folks. But yeah, we bought these. I got the fill, the 202 strike call, 194, as Felicia is saying. Take some profit on Google. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill some of those and take some profit. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Alrighty then. Google, new high. Could TP some more here. Could TP some more here. Hey, water bottle. You're joining the club too, Mr. Water Bottle? Fill me. Fill me now. Come on, man. 244. There's a guy at TradePhantoms.com called TP Timmy. He's the best. You gotta meet him. All right, that's my time, folks. If I'm looking for a job in trading, what position should I look for? Dishwasher. Dishwasher. If you're looking for a job in trading, what job should you look for to become a trader? Become a trader. Tesla. Here we go. All right, I gotta take some profit on Tesla. For the day, this thing's just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. One day it will. Google, new high, TP. Okay. Jason. Yeah, I want to, become a trader. Learn how to trade. Microsoft is not having TP Timmy party right now. Learn to trade. Yeah. All right, Google ripping. Let's TP some on Google. All right, nice. We got a what did they give me? 280, 281, 282, whatever. All right, in all seriousness, on Microsoft, so these are all TPs here, right? Long call here, whatever. Microsoft, no fall through. So we give you some risk here. We're just pulling back to VWAP. That's normal. All right. If it breaks below here, call it 449.35. 449.35. I'm gonna stop out. Be wrong on this, okay? $449.35. All right, and will we get filled on this? Let's see. Google print $3 there. $310. Woo. So what do we buy these for? $269, and if it gets to stock price 449.34. 449.34, what have you. That's the stock price there. You're risking about $1.10. We bought these for $2.69. We bought these for $2.69, right? So the risk would be you'd be losing about $1.10 per contract. Okay. If Microsoft gets to 449.34. Okay. Right in here. All right, so be below daily low here today, and I'm giving it, a little demand zone right there, just in a small time frame. All right, give it a little bit of wiggle space. I don't want to get swiped out on a little sweep. All right, happened yesterday in Google, in Tesla. Okay, And so you gotta know when to hold 'em. You know when to walk away. You know when to run. You better count your money. There you go. Okay, see ya. Right, 449.34. That would be my stop loss. You're risking about $1.10. Pull back VWAP, great. We'll see. Google on fire right now. TP. Tesla new high. There we go. All right, I do have to manage some Tesla. I've got all-time highs, 478. I got to get into that. I got to take some profit on some accounts in serious mode here. All right, so hopefully, Google, right? Microsoft, I gave y'all some risk there. All right, we'll see. Be patient with it. You can TP some more Google there. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, if you don't really, what's going on here? Where am I? I don't understand what this guy is saying. Weird stuff, right? Go to TradePhantoms.com. All right, and hit register. And name, email, pretty standard. Register December 19th, which is Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will have like 90 minutes, give or take, kind of a class, workshop, if you will. Here's the agenda. Y'all can read. All right. Hosted by Mr. Black, Mr. Green. All right. Sometimes they'll both be in there too. Stocks, futures, forex, options, one-stop shop for everything, even crypto here at Phantoms. Okay. Love me some Bitcoin. I got all the team who listens to me, long Bitcoin. All right, making a lot of money in Bitcoin. Okay, so get with the program, y'all. If you're just starting out trading for short-term income right now, a couple $100 to your name, all good. If you have wealth management and you got 50 mil under your mattress that you want to learn how to manage for yourself, we do it all, baby. We do it all. We do it all. We do it all. We do it all. Okay, you can trade off the 2-minute time frame. Trade off going for 20 years. In the future, okay, for wealth management, one-stop shop for it all. All right, up, down, sideways, don't matter. Green bar, red bar, demand, supply. Take money from retail traders who don't know what they're doing. Okay, pros versus Joes. That's it for me, folks. I'm out. Mr. Blue out. I'll see some of y'all later in the afternoon for the class today. And for now, ciao. God bless. Take care. Be safe. Blue out.